Hello everyone. Today I would like to share with you another heart-supporting scripture that God has brought to us through the Bible. Psalm 34-18. By the side of the brokenhearted, those who are crushed in spirit. It is often said that life is full of mountains and valleys. When we feel we are in a valley, it is a moment of brokenness. A moment when many difficulties come together, such as a broken heart, unemployment, illness or death in the family, or a rupture in a friendship. When experiencing difficulties and setbacks, many people can feel lonely and hopeless. For example, when a relationship with a loved one ends abruptly, the heart can feel as cold as if it has been exposed to the cold of winter. What do you do at such times? The psalmist tells us that there is a great presence, standing quietly by our side at such times, the Lord, who is by our side when our hearts are broken. There are many moments when our hearts are broken. When relationships with friends do not work out, when we fail at work or school, when we have problems with family members, and so on. At such times, this scripture tells us that a great power unseen in this world, the presence of God, is at our side to comfort us and encourage us. Let's imagine that in a more concrete way. Have you ever received words of comfort from a dear friend or family member? Have you ever felt those words wrap around your heart, like a warm scarf, and gradually warm your cold heart? Psalm 3418 tells us that in such moments, God, who actually stands behind us, heals our hearts through his warmth and comforting words. He saves the beaten spirit. Being beaten is like being unable to carry a heavy load and finally collapsing. People may carry various baggage in their lives. This exists as a weight in our hearts in various forms, such as anxiety about the future, regrets from the past, and expectations from others. However, this verse tells us that when we are unable to carry such burdens, there is a power that does not cause us to fall down, but rather removes them. It is as if, on a long journey, when we stop, exhausted, it teaches us about the helping hand that suddenly appears when we are overwhelmed, when our hearts feel heaviest and most hopeless. And though it may not be visible to the eye, we can be sure of its presence by quieting our hearts and feeling it. Psalm 3418 is not just a word of encouragement. It shows us how, even when we feel despair and loneliness in the midst of difficulties and setbacks, we can regain inner peace by trusting God's kindness and love portrayed in it. It helps us to look deeply into our hearts when we feel despair and loneliness in our lives, and feel the love of God that is present there. So the next time you are faced with a challenge, remember this psalm and trust in God's kindness and love portrayed in it. By keeping our hearts quiet and trusting in God's love, we can once again move into a brighter future. Psalm 3418 has a powerful message that resonates deep within us. This verse tells us that in the midst of despair there is a ray of hope. However, even in such difficult situations, we can trust that a helping hand is always present somewhere. That helping hand may appear as support from friends, family, and sometimes from unexpected places. But, as this psalm tells us, there is always a Lord behind it all, watching over us, comforting us, and guiding us. This verse also suggests the importance of looking within ourselves, as well as to external help. When we are faced with difficult situations, we can find new insights and answers by looking within ourselves, and facing our own hearts deeply and quietly. This psalm helps us find peace, fulfillment, and true hope in our lives through such a journey within our hearts, no matter what the circumstances, and of maintaining the strength and courage to seize that light for ourselves. Thank you very much for watching to the end. I hope today is a wonderful day for you.